Zealots, well, actually may stick around here, but it would make sense for him to just save those Zealots, because otherwise they're going to get surrounded by more Zerglings, I believe. Um, no, actually, he's got enough of a force here. He's got him an advantage. He can... Oh, look at the stupid Scourge. Taking their sweet time. And Kal, unfortunately, moves his Corsairs out of the way, which allows the Scourge to land. You either got to fight or run. You can't do both, and he fought and then ran. And see, now these Zealots are just getting cleaned up, and they're not accomplishing anything more. They're low on health, they're dying, but he's been reinforcing with extra Zealots, I believe, and now he's coming in, and he's finally, those Zealots go down. I think he should have gotten out while he was ahead there. But definitely causing a lot of disruption for Jaedong. Jaedong, massive amounts of disruption going on there. He's got Lurkers have just popped. I like how he put him on that ramp there, very intelligent. And Robo Facility going down. Now, Kal lost that game because he refused to get Reavers, even though he was facing all units that Reavers would own. So hopefully he's going to get Reavers a little bit earlier on, although he's going to need Observers first with those Lurkers out in the field. And more cannons at the front as well, very prudent. And Templar out. Scourge are going to be able to run around and see what's going on in that base. And Probe sneaking out to make another base, spots these Lurkers coming in, so he's expecting this. The Forge is now finally spinning, and he's actually going to be able to cancel something. I didn't see what that was, maybe a pylon in the front, and just buy a little bit more time, make sure no Zerglings can run in or anything through that gap while he's getting some more cannons up. And he's eventually going to lose that Forge and the Gateway, I believe, but then he's going to be in okay shape. After that, he's going to have Observers out before too long. There's not enough Corsairs to battle that many Scourge, buddy. Oh, man. But Jaedong still took a lot of damage, though, in that bottom left. Where is he going? Is he going to go in? He's going in for the kill. DTs are in the mix. He's going to kill off one of the Lurkers. Oh, he just I don't know if he has enough Lurkers. If a Storm goes off, he's finished. Is a Storm going to go off? Does he have Storm researched? Oh, the cannon is there detecting, and so the Dark Templar gets 3 kills. Oh, man, 4 kills for that Dark Templar. That single Dark Templar, I think, may have just won Kal the game because that Lurker break did absolutely no damage. He didn't even kill the Forge and Gateway. And now this Dark Templar can roam free. There are some Scourge around. I think he sent those Corsairs to the bottom left. They're going to die. Bye-bye, Corsairs. To clear out Overlords, but there is now an Overlord there. It looks like the Hydras were able to block that. He's morphing more Lurkers there. Kal may change directions and go for the middle, though. I'm not sure exactly where he's going there, but man, Jaedong did no damage at all with that attack. He lost a lot of forces after losing a bunch of stuff at the bottom left base, so he is really not in good shape at all. And here comes Kal moving in for the kill into the natural expansion. There's an Overlord there. Zealots running straight past the Lurkers in the Sunken. DT gets caught up in there a little bit and dies to the Sunken colony. The Zealots are just going to be a distractionary thing here. They're not going to survive very long with the Hydras and Zerglings and such chasing them. They are going to slow down the mining here for a little bit and just, again, be a major distraction for Jaedong for a moment. He's going to get mining again pretty quick, though. Kal seems to be a little schizophrenic with these Zealots, setting them all over the place, kind of sending them back and forth, not really concentrating, and he is just going all out here, manufacturing tons of units. He's getting up extra gateways. He may just go for a mass unit push. He knows he has the advantage. He might just go for a massive push here. And again, attacking this bottom left. There's a few Hydras there, but are there any Lurkers? That's the key. If there's a single Lurker, those Zealots are finished. But there's no Lurkers here. They're going to be able to dive straight in and kill off these Hydras. No, he's going to run away. He just doesn't feel he can make it close enough to that Sun Colony. Sun Colony is going to do too much damage, just doing more harassment. Again, forcing Jaedong to build units instead of drones as well, by the way, which is going to make it really hard for Jaedong to survive in the long run. Kal, even though he's only on 2 bases, has a really good economy right now. He's got tons of probes. Probably thinking about getting a 3rd base maybe soon. But like I said, he has a bunch of gateways, so he may just push out with these 2 bases and just try and finish it, because right now Jaedong cannot get a 3rd base. He cannot protect it. He might be able to with some strategic play, Overlords and Scourge to pick off Observers and some Lurkers, and that's really kind of what he needs to do, is play a little bit defensively, put on enough pressure with minimal units, etc. And did we just see some Mutas? We saw the Mutas popping out there. Jaedong is going to try and run in here and snipe these High Templar, and really if he doesn't, he is finished, because those Templar will be able to destroy whatever army Jaedong has very easily. Zealot's running around in front. He's got observers as well. He's got 3 Templar. 3 Templar is it. And so those are very vulnerable with not that many Dragoons as well. Here comes in the Mulus. He's coming in from behind. Is he going to get some storms off? Oh, he picks off 1 Templar. 2. Oh, Brick Storm misses completely. But he only gets a single Templar. Not terribly well done with those Mutas. I think he could have gotten those 2 other Templar if he wanted to. Now some Corsairs are coming in, and they're going to be able to do lots of damage. Even though there's only 3, they're going to be able to do very significant damage to these Mutas and keep them back from the Templar, I believe, because if he dives in with those Mutas to kill the Templar, they're going to get down pretty low on health from the Corsair fire and the Dragoons. There's a lot of Dragoons there now. It may be necessary, though. I think he's going to have to dive in and take out those High Templar right now. He needs to do it right now. Otherwise, he's going to lose his army here to these storms. Here he comes in. Oh, High Templar gets a storm off. Misses. No, it doesn't miss that front lurker. Actually, it may have. Either way, the lurker dies. Storms going off on the lurkers individually. Just too many Dragoons, though, are doing terrible, terrible damage to the lurkers. And those 2 lurkers pop out in just the wrong place at the wrong time. But actually end up being in the right place because of the Zerglings arriving at the right time to force those Dragoons back. Zealots coming in to wipe up the Zerglings, though. Massive, massive amounts of battles here. It's going back and forth, back and forth. There is an Observer still in play. If he snipes that Observer, it might be really, really bad, though. The single Hydra is not paying attention to the Observer. More Mutalisks. No, the same Mutalisks are out. They're running away, but they're not being paid attention to. Corsairs are killing off. Oh, my goodness. And another High Templar comes in from behind, gets off another storm. And those, Mutalisks are just wasted. He wastes the Mutalisks by not paying attention to them. And now has nothing to snipe any more High Templar that come in here. Nice back and forth battle there. I'm surprised that those Dragoons didn't clean up those lurkers a little bit better. But the Zerglings coming in were very, very crucial to that battle. So Jaedong has managed to hold things off and claim a 4th base. So Jaedong, similarly to the first game, is fighting his way back into this game just with sheer tactics and just basically outplaying outplaying Kal. Nicely dodging that storm, going in and trying to pick off that Templar. He's going to have to run away again. I don't know why he ran those Zerglings away. It would have been nice to snipe that Templar. Maybe figured it didn't have enough energy. More Templar coming in here. Does he have a storm? If he has a storm, those Zerglings are toast. Oh, man. Running the Zerglings away, he's kind of playing chicken here. He doesn't know if he has enough energy there for a storm. Could lose all the Zerglings instantaneously, but in the meantime, they might be able to do a bunch of damage. Running with Observers. Oh, there's no Overlord to spot the Observers for the Scourge. The Scourge go down instead. Overlord coming in a little bit too late. Hive is up, but there's nothing he can really do to use it right now. He might be getting a crack upgrade right now on his Zerglings, which might come in time to help. But it's all he's doing is producing a ton of Zerglings right now. Kal has gotten that 3rd base up. He is really using these Zerglings to great effect, and for the most part has been dodging these storms pretty well. Again, moving with more Zerglings, but he's just running them in piecemeal. He hasn't been gathering up a huge amount of Zerglings. He's been running them in piecemeal and just taking hits slowly and steadily. And look at this. See, 8 Zerglings at a time, 10 Zerglings at a time, 8 Zerglings over and over, so they just keep getting destroyed. If he'd saved them up and gone in all at once, and if he'd saved those Mutalisks, GG coming from Jaedong. This is going to go to a tiebreaker game 3. If he'd saved those Mutalisks instead of wasting them, killed off the High Templar, and then run in with all those Zerglings, I think Jaedong would have turned it around and won that game. Instead, it's going to go to game 3. Jaedong has to defend his initial win. In a game 3, it could be anyone's game. Anyone could advance to round of 8. See you in game 3. GG.